You know, it's great to have a camp just for goalies for a lot of reasons. We have goalie-specific drills, and I have goalie-specific coaches that are used to working with goalies day in and day out. We do a lot of footwork drills to get quicker feet. We do some hand speed drills. We do a lot of stick work drills to make sure their sticks are in line. Drills for turns and screenshots. One-on-ones we cover quite extensively as well. So we basically cover everything from A to Z in the goal, plus a whole bunch of drills that goalies can do on their own with their coaches when they get back to their teams. The area of girls goalies has just exploded, and these women need instruction as well. So we've had great numbers at all of our girls goalie schools.
A lot of times girls will go to other camps that say they have goalie training, and they end up being target practice. A separate goalie camp just put the attention on them, where they were the ones that were asking the questions, they were the ones that were the star of the show. And a lot of these goalies have never had any type of instruction. We do a filming station. A lot of the goalies, it's the first time they've actually seen themselves play. So it's such an important thing, and goalies are just such a huge part of the game.
We want to make sure that the goalies around this country are getting the instruction that they need. So come to one of my goalie schools. We'll take good care of you, and we'll teach you all the techniques that you need to be a better goalie.
Anthony Crimmins here, Stickstar Productions, LSA championship game. Today, in the D1 final, we've got the SMU Mustangs taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. An excellent matchup. The Mustangs are looking to repeat as D1 champs, whereas for Oklahoma, this is their first trip to the championship game. SMU currently 9-5 on the season, coached by Carl Lynch. They're in the royal uniforms with the white numbers, red outline, the big United States flag on the shoulders, and then OU, coached by Mario Anea. They are 11-2 on the season. They are in the gray uniforms with white numbers. They beat SMU earlier this year, 9-4 in a quality contest. Yesterday, SMU was able to defeat UT in the semifinal, while OU was able to outlast TCU in a rain delay matchup. I'm joined today by Cliff White, Lone Star Power Ranks. Cliff, give us your thoughts on what you expect to see here at the beginning of this matchup.
Yeah, as you mentioned, we're seeing a rematch of a regular season game in which Oklahoma defeated SMU up in Norman. And while that took place and that happened, Oklahoma really needs to survive the first 5 or 10 minutes of this game with the emotional. This is their first trip to a LSA championship game. They're at SMU. So they really need to be able to survive, let the nerves settle down, settle into their game plan.
Right now, matchups to watch include Ogden and Alsadek versus Hammond and Arnold. Ogden and Alsadek, those guys are for
Those are deep
SMU.
holes for
They're
SMU,
massive.
yeah.
Perfect. Ogden and Alsadek for SMU against Arnold and Hammond. They're the two dominant attackmen for OU.
Hammond's the top scorer in the LSA D1 this year. He came into the postseason with 70 points.
Need to throw a little shine on number 2, Avon Old Farms alum. That's Bray O'Connor. His parents are tuning in Avon, Connecticut. Glorious little place in the world. Other matchups that we'll see are between the goalie matchup, LSA first team goalie from OU versus the unawarded number 5 goalie from SMU. He's played well this postseason. Also need to see if OU can hold number 11 Tom Garrott and number 4 Cameron Doan to a low number of goals today after having a combined 6 yesterday versus first team all-conference LSM from UT and second and third conference short stick D middies. The officiating will be interesting. See if they keep it tight in the championship game or let them get aggressive.
We've been pretty happy with the officiating so far in the tournament.
I think they've been excellent.
Windy here today, as you can hear.
It's definitely a little windy.
You can see the jerseys. That might affect the hearing and the communication of some of the players. Instructions coming from the bench tend to get lost in the high wind.
Last but not least, we've got Kyle Saunders, former Texas State head coach at Stickstar ATX, on the mic with us as well.
Yeah, what's going on, boys? Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Coach Saunders played in this game a year ago against the Mustangs, so he knows this opponent well.
Yeah, SMU is going to look to get out and play really fast and use their athleticism between the lines. If OU gets in a track meet with these guys like we did a season ago, it could go poorly for them because they can open up the field and use their space and get dunks right on top. So can kind of take this quality goaltender out of the equation if you're getting opportunities on the doorstep in transition. So I would look for OU to try and limit those opportunities for the Mustangs.
We've got a full house here in the broadcast booth. We're excited. They're lining them up. A quality matchup.
Tweet at us. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, your thoughts on the game, any questions you have. At StickStarLax, at Lone Star Power Ranks, at Stickstar ATX.
That's all of them.
Any of those will get you heard in the booth.
Or maybe it won't.
Yeah.
You know, let's keep this appropriate.
We could say no. That's not going to work out for us.
I was a big fan of the conversation last night going on with the name of the league. You know, what did you guys decide that it should be? The Red River?
I think the Red River Lacrosse Conference would be a decent if we were to make a change.
Could go like Lacrosse League.
Apparently,
R
it's all.
L squared.
Apparently,
R squared, L squared. Yeah.
It's geographically appropriate for all of the states.
Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas.
That's right.
I'll go ahead and say I don't really care. I played in the Lone Star Alliance, and I would be totally cool with this staying how it is. But I do understand the sentiment and the reasoning behind it, and it would probably be a good move to make a change.
A more inclusive.
The LSA, the only conference in the MCLA that's not a lacrosse league or a lacrosse conference. It's an alliance.
All right.
And we're off like a herd of turtles.
OU's going to take the opening face.
Good job finding the up and out. Here's Arnold. He's going to get a touch. Gets his hands free. Moves it over to Sanchez initially. Here's Frankowitz. Frank moves it to Arnold. Behind to Hammond. Hammond was held in check last night.
TCU did an excellent job of limiting the impact Matt Hammond had on the game.
Just a little takeaway there. Here they are out and running.
The SMU ponies are large and capable.
OU with a large fan contingent here. The largest of any of the teams we've seen.
I would agree. Here's Arnold. Arnold had 4, and he also had a very strong move in the Jenga match that we had yesterday in the rain delay. But ultimately, it wasn't enough. TCU was able to succeed and get the win there in the Jenga match, but OU won on the field. If you'd like to see the final play of that Jenga match, go ahead and jump onto our YouTube channel. We tweeted it out earlier.
Yeah, nice little rain delay distraction for those two squads.
It worked for about half of it, and then not the rest.
Oh, look at that. Logan McCullough getting involved on Twitter. Good to see you out there, Logan, paying attention. Miss your voice too, buddy.
That MCLA is the win to factor. I don't think.
In all caps.
Yes. With authority. Oh! Low to high. The elevator.
I think if it's going to make any kind of effect, it's just in communication.
I would agree.
Instructions from the sidelines and
Big save.
Davide there up to the task.
Up and out. The ponies on the loose.
We're going to see our first settled offense here from the ponies.
Oh, applying a ton of pressure here is OU.
Big check.
Palms up. That's a bad look. But might have had an argument there.
He is wearing flash cleats, so that's got to be brought to the attention of everyone as well. The Under Armour flash cleats. I remember him from a year ago. He's a speedy guy. So is this guy, number 50. Nice little wind-up to Cantrell.
Johnson's going to make his first save of the game.
It's a great job on that short corner there by that OU defenseman, keeping Cantrell from getting underneath.
Johnson able to get that one off somehow.
This guy's so big. That's Alsadek.
He was a monster yesterday in between the lines there for the ponies.
He really applies a lot of pressure.
SMU puts a ton of huge humans on the field.
Graham Gillespie, freshman from St. Mark's. They move it across.
Shane Fulbright, freshman from Huntington Beach, California there, able to soak up that shot. That's a big kid. 6 foot 230.
Fans are getting involved early here, announcing their displeasure on both sides with the officiating. I think they're doing a great job. It's a conference championship game. No new friends are to be made today.
Here is Arnold. It's going to be tough to get too much action out of the attack unit initiating versus the long sticks of SMU. You've got number 10, Cole Ogden. He's a Highland Park product. You've got number 44, David Stakey. He's from New Trier, Winnetka, Illinois. And then finally, it's Alsadek, big Californians.
Davide able to be in the right body position there, hugging that pipe, able to knock it down.
Yeah, that's a great shot, shooting around the defender. Posted up, leans on him, gets his hands free. Just unfortunately hit the Tindy. And just like that.
That's number 15, Nicholas Schultz from the Menlo School in Atherton, California, with the crafty little egg roll.
Tell you what, the ponies will get out and run on you if you let them. You better get back in transition and take away those dunks on the crease.
As you mentioned, Kyle, that's something OU is going to have to look for.
And here's the second faceoff. 9:38 left here. Stickstar Productions, LSA D1 Championship. Here's SMU and OU on a beautiful day here in the DTX. 1-0. The ponies up, running in transition. Here's another faceoff win in possession for SMU. Number 4, Cameron Doan. A little love tap there.
Just let them know you're here.
Hey there, buddy. Just making sure. They look through to Garrett Cantrell Me Anything.
Could have been a push in the back.
That's elevated look, up and over. Oh, man, that's a tough turnover. Here the ponies have a second chance opportunity. And that's number 4, Cameron Doan. Buries it.
Just like you mentioned, Kyle, transition offense coming in big for SMU.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for OU if they have a lot of turnovers between the lines, between the boxes. SMU is going to run it right back down and get a goal most of the time.
That's really playing into their strength.
Here we go. Ponies up 2-0. Another face-off. Cantrell, tough lefty, gets the GB.
Initiate. Draws a slide.
He does a great job carrying with pressure. His head is always up.
The hype man getting at us on Twitter, Patrick Franklin, says, is SMU going to go over or under 5 transition goals today?
Over.
I'm going to call over. I'm going to take 7.5 on that, hype man.
7.5 hype mans.
Yeah, that's far too many for one state. Can only be one.
There can only be one. Let it be the hype man. Sooners scooting. They get the ball up, and they're going to try to enjoy a possession. They've had one quality shot. It was turned away. 2?
2, yeah.
2.
Davide with a pair of saves already.
Hammond with the ball. Moves it over to Jackson Buell. Jackson Buell wearing 22. He was wearing 34 last night. Draws a slide, bounces. Massive SMU defender applying pressure. Hammond trying to corral the GB. Hitzelberger sliding upfield. That's going to lead to some numbers going up the other way. And they try to get the break. Unable to. Here's Gillespie looking athletic. They need to even up. They had the appropriate amount of numbers. They just didn't get everything sorted appropriately.
SMU with a little 4-on-6 goal there.
Nicholas Schultz buries it.
still trying to get 2 subs on the field, and once again able to get that ball right on top of the crease, and goaltender doesn't stand a lot of chance there.
Kyle, it's like you had an advanced copy of this game, saying that those shots are going to negate the goaltender advantage that OU has.
They're just so athletic. A year ago, we just tried to pretty much concede rides, just get in and play defense.
Just
and
drop to the hole.
Big save there by Nicholas Johnston. He moves the ball up and out. There's a nice handle.
Shoot low. They're riding Shetlands.
Yeah, Anea's going to take a timeout here, and sorely needed by the Sooners.
They were going to need that sooner than later. Sorry.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, had to do
It's
it.
not an actual pun unless you laugh at your own
That's
pun.
right. You have to laugh at your own puns.
Or it doesn't count.
It's not punny. OU with a big timeout.
Feel free to tweet at us how terrible that is.
Oh, man, it's the best. That's why we do it. That's why we're here. Grow the game and work on your pun game at the exact same time. Right now, OU desperately needs a goal. SMU having the mark of a defending champ. The SMU student section finally waking up and starting to get out here a little bit, getting involved.
Late night in
Yeah.
Dallas.
Maybe an early morning for some of them.
Perhaps they were brunching on Sunday. That seems to be a big thing up here since I've moved back.
Brunching on Sunday. They are here in the heart of Dallas. McKinney, not far, walking distance if you are really trying to get your exercise in. Go ahead, tweet at us at 6RLax, at Lone Star Power Ranks, at 6RATX. No shortage of Twitter handles to tweet at. George Stoya saying stop. It's called mute there, brother. Go ahead and figure it out. He's still mad at me for saying buckets a lot yesterday.
See what OU looks to do out of this timeout. Little set look. SMU applying a ton of pressure, trying to make it tough on them to get into whatever it is they talked about it in that timeout.
You have to start everything with the short sticks. The long sticks really just are not an option. They're so big and rangy. There's Haddock, looks inside. Ball still on the ground. Got a box out, trying to draw the push in the back there. They call a hold. That was a gift.
Yeah, I think they bailed the Sooners out there.
Haddock, guarded by Alcedet. They're attacking the short stick. They draw 3, move to the backside, over the top. Hitzelberger just unable to corral that. They do a good job of keeping it over, pushing the back, so it's not offsides because there was a push in the back.
Kind of a wash there.
That's right.
Yeah, sometimes you got to ask yourself, how did he get there?
It wasn't osmosis. Here's Buell, bears down, throws his hands, beats the save. Oh, piping in. Jackson Buell.
Splits the double, sticks it. 3-1, that was a big goal for OU coming out of that timeout. Bring it back within 2 here, under 5 minutes here in the first.
Great individual effort there by Jackson Buell. Gonna go ahead and say that Jackson did a great job on that. They're going to have to attack the short sticks to have success. The Mustangs' long sticks they're large and capable. Here's number 17 with the ground ball, Riley Hudak. He's from Tuscan, California.
Eyes on the ball! Eyes on the ball! Eyes up! Eyes on the ball, there we go.
Quite a few Californians on the field today.
Californians.
They're from California.
Yeah. That's one of the. That's a great SNL skit. Have you seen that one?
No.
It's
Californians.
it's old, but it's well, it's not that old, but it's not like Bill Murray. But here's that through look. The SMU big middies.
SMU going to draw a flag.
It's he cuddled them too hard there. I don't know. I think that was a
I'm not
penalty
sure.
for cuddling.
Joey Skamea, senior defenseman, big guy, 6'4", 210, from Edmond, Oklahoma. Bishop McGinnis Catholic High School.
That's a
Product.
tough call.
Yeah, that's a tough one to take after you get your first goal. Hope to get some momentum going, and then just like that, you're man down. See if they can get a stop here, keep the momentum in their favor.
The Mustangs have done a good job of finishing their opportunities early here in the first quarter. 3:44 left here in the first quarter. They look in. Big stop there by Nick Johnson. Nick Johnson with one of the more dynamic plays of the day yesterday. We went ahead and said it was the play of the game. They're going to need guys to step back on side for him to carry over.
That's good awareness there by Johnson.
Good job by Frankowitz stepping back on side. Frankowitz is a big shooter. They got a step. If they complete it, little flip over to Frankowitz. Not the matchup. Need to get it to the backside there a little bit quicker for number 11, Nicholas Creedon from McKinney. He bears down with his right hand. Looks to get to the middle. Adjacent show there by SMU. Frankowitz moves the ball down to the former Winged Beaver, Bray O'Connor. Through X to Hammond. And now to Arnold. Eddie Arnold. Little shimmy. Look inside. Grenade. And here's the flash. Caleb Brooks.
Yeah, I think OU's going to want to look to swing the ball a little bit more after their initial dodges. Right now, they're just kind of seem content getting down that alley, drawing one, and then chunking it to the crease. But SMU's doing a good job staying organized inside. They've collapsed on a number of those opportunities. Going to want to let the ball flow a little bit more. Off the woodwork.
Johnson may have got a piece of that off his foot.
That was number 36, Tyler Hab, applying pressure. Here's 15, Nicholas Schultz. Oh, full extension.
Superman there. A for effort.
It's an awesome play.
Yeah. You always like to see that out of your goaltender.
Yeah, those are ones that if you win them,
Really
provides a lot of energy.
Really fires the bench up.
Here's Cantrell. Hard lefty carry. Swings it over the top to 26. Go ahead and try that name on for size here in a little bit. Ford gets to the middle. Nice save there. Cameron Doan turned away by Nick Johnston. He can scamper. Nice play there by the Tendy. Laser up the middle of the field. Going to have to clear the ball the first time versus the Ponies. And then they throw the ball back.
No, here, you take it.
Yep, a little touch pass. Sooners get the ball down to Hammond in the corner. He's guarded by Ogden.
And we're under a minute here in the first.
That was a good cut.
Bray O'Connor there. He's going to want that one back.
I think it was checked there. That was a nice little job. Maybe he could have been choked up inside. Here's Hammond carrying hard. Move it over the top to Chris Christensen.
Possession.
Chase Christensen. Bears down to his right. Box fake. Like it. OU continues to take a look inside.
Putting 3 guys on the interior of the defense there.
That was a serious bucket right there.
David with the initial stop. Can't find it. The backspin takes it into the goal for the Sooners' second.
Both times the Boomer Sooners have scored, they've dodged down the alley, drawn the slide, but then thrown their hands, turned around either the slide guy or the initial defender, and then gotten to the next level. A little shooter's roll on that last one, and it's 3-2. Game of runs. SMU with the first 3, OU with the second 2. Charlie King, legend, ESD 7th, 8th grade legend out here. Two seconds left here in the first quarter, and that's how it's going to end in the first quarter. The home team, the Ponies, running, going up 3-0. The Sooners able to score the next 2, make it 3-2. It's a beautiful day here in the Park Cities. Sun is shining, and we've got a great crew in the broadcast booth. Anthony Crimmins at StickstarLacrosse, joined by Cliff White at Lone Star Power Ranks and Kyle Saunders at StickStarATX. Tweet at us what's in your heart, what's on your mind, and we will communicate appropriately, unless you're sour, and then no soup for you. You come back 1 year. Plenty of folks in the stands today. Crum Field.
Just throw a shout out here to former Texas State head coach Chris Park. Says thanks for the live coverage of the LSA Championship. Great work with clapping hand emojis. Chris is the man. He gave me my first coaching opportunity after I finished playing at Texas State, 2008, 2009, and 2010 seasons. All-world human being. Thanks, Chris.
Matt Moran, thanks for allowing this former Sooner to watch the state championship from Denver. Boomer, grow the game, LSA. Logan McCullough wasn't a huge fan of that call earlier on.
Logan doesn't like most calls, though, you know.
As we all know, lacrosse is all about the style. Who won the jersey battle today?
I'm going to give my vote here to OU. Really like the look that they're throwing down.
Yeah, I
like light gray and crimson.
Yeah, I like the color scheme. I'm going to go with OU as well.
I like the all gray. I didn't get SMU's uniform business this year, but we're not going to let that affect us. I do like the fact that they have the big United States flag on the back, because America.
For all those international fans.
That's right. We had some in
Equatorial Guinea.
Equatorial Guinea. That's what I was going to say. Here's Gillespie weaving back and forth.
We had in the D2 championship, which UL took down UTD today. One of the UL parents was watching from his work in Africa.
There's a bucket. That was Garrick Cantrell, I believe. Was it number 1 or number 11?
That was Cantrell.
Yeah,
number
I
1.
think that was Cantrell from Thomas Garrett there. Great look by Garrett from the wing to look inside.
The Ponies have more than their fair share of offensive weapons. Does SMU have a number 50 running around out there? Yep. Does his number exist on the roster? We're still looking for it. If you know who that is, let us know.
Hype man, hit me with that. Hit us with that kid's name. I know you know it, Franklin.
That knowledge. 4-1, SMU, or 4-2, SMU able to get it going here. They've scored the first goal in each of the last 2 quarters. Big check there. Playing without the stick. Mr. McCracken says no.
Hype man Franklin says, do you think OU's 9-3 regular season win benefits OU or SMU more in the mental game today?
I would say that the chances of SMU traveling with their full... I would say that SMU's chances of traveling with their full roster to OU were probably fairly limited. And the fact that it's a home game probably affects their roster size a little bit. It was also, I believe it was a Sunday. So travel issues may have come into the equation. I'll tell you, they've got most of their guys today. Del Soda is out, though, with an apparent leg injury.
Yeah, in that first meeting, I don't think the weather situation was ideal on a grass field that OU has, and I think it looked a little bit different than what the ponies are used to playing on here.
Right. This is pristine. And
it's tough to beat a team twice.
Right. Speaking with the OU players, they said, yeah, this facility, it looks a little different than ours, which means that there may have been a little home field turf or lack thereof advantage for the Sooners. More of a grass substance, quasi-grass.
Grass-dirt mixture. Mostly dirt.
Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, the MLL, Lax Kong, there's Jackson Buell with the ball. I think there's one other sponsor on the sheet we'll get to here in a second. Man up opportunity has gone by the wayside again for the Sooners. Plus or minus 10 million.
Regardless of how much it costs, it's really nice.
It is. I'll tell you, the person who's likely getting the best sponsorship opportunity out of this is Mockingbird Station, as their branding is in perfect line of sight for most of the video.
Yeah, that in Twin Peaks, right?
That's right. That's a big turnover there. Nice handle. Way to move back to the ball. Oh, here's a little transition. They look in, and a bucket. There's Bray O'Connor to Matt Hammond. That's 2-40.
That was very nice. Good ball movement, tic-tac-toe.
O'Connor with an unbelievable play there to just completely look the defenders off, knowing that that guy was going to be in that space. Move that defender out of the way, right there in front of the crease.
He did. He moved that defenseman with his eyes. Did a great job there. Just a quick check, making sure everybody can hear us all right out there. Everything's good on the broadcast. Go ahead and tweet at us and let us know that it looks good. We appreciate it.
Missed opportunity there.
SMU, this is where they do their damage. Point guy got dumped.
Alsadek's so dangerous in transition.
The Tindy with the dive, he won it there. Got the backup call.
He got it.
So he's 1 for 3 on dives. Got to feel good about that.
Johnson, 75-yard pass there.
He's very skilled, a former offensive player.
First team All-LSA this year.
Doing a great job.
Yeah, he drops absolute dimes in the outlet.
Jackson Buell throws it off the crease. It jumps up and over.
I like it, going for the hard high bouncer there once he sets his feet. Tough for goalies to get a beat on those.
Haddock over to Hitzelberger. Hitzelberger carries, bears down, and buries it. Tie ball game.
Just like that. Hitzelberger he's a big athlete. Just ran right through that check. Stuck a nice little bouncer to the back pipe and ties it up. OU with a little momentum here.
Now, do you think the SMU slide was late or was it not coming?
I think it was a bad angle. I don't think it was a good angle on that slide. The fact that Hitzelberger carried across the middle of the field, beat his man topside, affected the slide angle, so when he got there, he was able to then kind of dodge that as well. Oh, good job here by OU
Refs
getting
letting
a
them play.
face-off.
Chris Kaz, assistant at TCU, also doesn't like the word bucket. He says, how about goal, point, dinger, ripper, score? Pretty much would love to hear anything other than the bucket.
Well,
Good luck there, Cuz.
a little thing we like to call, I have the mic, I have the power. Oh, by the way, it's a Stick Star production too, which is sick. And there's a BTB, and that was sick.
That was a nice little play.
Hammond sending that one just wide. I believe it was Hammond.
Both these teams so far exhibiting a variety of skill. Seen a couple behind the back, some flips. Just getting the ball where it needs to be.
Oh, they look in. Was shooting it before he had caught it. Franck comes out with a tough GB, and there's a nice timeout by Coach Enea. If you go into this timeout, what are you talking about right now if you are on the SMU sideline, as the momentum has shifted over to the Sooners?
Yeah, if it's me, I think we're most importantly trying to get a stop out of this timeout. Probably looking to pressure, try and prevent OU to get into any set look or offense that they're trying to execute coming out of this. And then once you get a stop, you got to clear the ball in a quality possession here. Regardless of if you score on this next possession or not, it's got to be a quality one. Give your defense a little bit of a break. Try and tilt the field back in your favor these next couple minutes, because so far in this third quarter, it's been mostly OU.
Currently, Alex Perry is watching. He's 1,600 miles away. My guess is he's on another continent. I think he's in...
Not necessarily.
Right?
He could just be in El Paso, I think.
1,600 miles away?
No. It's just a big state. That's what I was getting at there.
I'm dense. That's why I like to say the word bucket a lot. Right now, it's 4-4, which means each team has scored 4 goals. And it looks like it's going to be a tight game. I think that OU is trying to figure out, obviously, the defensive riddle that SMU brings to the table. They're just so big on defense with their long sticks. Even the short sticks kind of don't look like a matchup.
Yeah, Flash is a very quality short stick defensive midi for them. He can run with just about anyone. Plays most of the game for them. See what they do here out of this timeout.
Sooners move the ball all the way around up to Jackson Buell. They initiate against this short stick. The slide comes. They slide with a short stick. Hitzelberger bears down. He got to a tough spot on the field. Didn't attack the backside.
Yeah, they've got him sliding and recovering. If they can just get that ball 2 passes to the backside, SMU's going to have a tough time recovering because they're all shifting ball side so heavy on that initial dodge.
I'm wondering if when they set that up, they put the man who was guarded by a short stick in position to slide as if they were looking to dodge that slide as well.
Yeah, they may be. I'm not sure that's how I would do it, just because, again, they are very athletic at the short stick defensive positions. But nonetheless, results the same. Turnover, SMU ball. Look to settle into a possession here. They need a good one.
SMU got it going on early in the first. Here's Rolf. Wow. Ralph to Gillespie.
Great job there. Gillespie sees his defenseman kind of swimming upfield, just kind of hangs that back pipe. Rolf, great through look, finds him, handles a tough one at his shoelaces, and then buries it.
Quick hands, choked up. Able to finish. Graham Gillespie. That's his second. Nice job there tying it up. It was a big hit. It's a big athlete, number 4. Walks the tightrope there. O'Connor throws his hands. Little space. They move the ball to the backside.
While we don't have the stats here in front of us on the face-offs, seems like OU's got that advantage right now. Carrying hard down the alley. Oh, it hits the tendy. Nice save.
Yeah, thank you.
Here's SMU out and running. Settle into another possession here. Get their subs on. And timeout SMU. Good timeout, Coach.
Timeout there. 5-4. SMU up. It's been a great game so far. It's been a great weekend. Plenty of quality lacrosse action. This is the culmination of the LSA tournament, the LSA calendar year. And it's the highest level of lacrosse that's going to be played during this season. We're shuffling through some rosters.
Krem, what do you think here from SMU coming out of this timeout from Carl Lynch? What do you think his message is right now?
I think he is going to do what they usually do. They're going to get it to one of their big, athletic, dominant ball carriers, and then they're going to look for their passing options. There's Coach Lynch has 3 options. You can look in front of you, you can look behind you, and you can look through. And they're going to start here with Rolf, who's a explosive player. We just said it. Beat his man on impact. He didn't realize he still had the ball. He looks through, and they bang it.
Just like that. Just like that. That kid, Rolf, absolutely dusts his man on impact. Everyone thought he lost the ball, including himself. Realized he still had it. Head up. Nice through look.
I believe that was to number 11, Thomas Garrett.
Yeah, he absolutely stinged that thing. That was in and out of his stick in a hurry. Goalie didn't really have a chance to make a reaction on it. Just like that, 6-4. SMU.
I mean, and all these guys are young for SMU. They're not, for the most part, they're not seniors.
Yeah, they get dudes to the field that can play lacrosse. They're from all over the country, so kind of a unique roster. But they've got a lot of guys that have played high-level high school lacrosse outside of Texas. Not that we don't have it, it's just a little bit different.
That's a tough shot there. Don't think the other attackmen were quite ready for that. And it's a end-line chase to SMU. They go up and over to the flash. Caleb Brooks. Brooks gets a little bit of advantage. Here's another transition opportunity.
Yeah, those are turnovers that'll drive you absolutely mad as a coach. Just attackman not backing up shot, reading the body language, recognizing that he's shooting it, and just taking off towards the end line in case he misses it.
I mean, if this kid is really a freshman, eligibility-wise, Austin Rolfe, then...
the league's in some trouble.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice little dangle, one-handed, cross-crease pass.
He is initiating all over the place. Here's Gillespie at X. He's going to take his chance now. Beats his man on impact. Head up. Ball's on the ground. Somebody's sitting on it. Withholding. McCracken keeps it with the ponies.
Nice extended possession here for SMU.
The Mustangs need to get a big stop. Or the Sooners need to get a big stop, mind you. And it looks like they're able to do so.
They settled on that shot there. A little ambitious on this goalie from that deep on the run.
No hold call there.
Their fans finally got what they wanted.
Nick Johnson, ex-attackman, good at selling it. He was definitely pinned up a little bit there, but here's Hammond carrying the ball up the field.
We're going to want to get a
Whack.
touch here pretty quick.
Move the ball down. That was athletic. 6-4, 4:41 left.
It's a really heads-up play. It didn't work out in his favor, but they had a flag down. Attackman, understanding that the clock was ticking, getting low. He wasn't going to be able to get a touch in the box, so he just tried to quick stick it in. Smart play there by Eddie Arnold. And now OU is headed to the man advantage here. This would be a big one if they could get it, bring it back within one here under 5 minutes left in the first half. Looks like Hammond's going to start with the ball here.
Little 3-3 look. They go Frankowitz over to, I believe that's Sanchez. Sanchez looks inside to Buell. Oh.
It's a tough look. His back's to the cage. He can't really do much with it, even if he does handle that ball. Probably want to stay a little more patient, see if you can get something better out of that.
SMU fans asking them to apply a little pressure there. If I'm Coach Lynch, I'm looking to take care of the ball here.
Yeah, try and just run this penalty out, see if you can settle in, get another one. That's exactly what Coach Lynch is saying is, why are you going to the cage?
That's Peter Cordial, St. John's alum. Big, strong sophomore. And right now it's 6-4. The SMU Mustangs are up. Again, this is the LSA D1 Championships, brought to you by Stickstar Productions. If you have any question, comments, concerns, go ahead and tweet at us at StickstarLax, at StickstarATX. We're on the mic and in the booth, bringing you all the live LSA action.
Yeah, this could potentially be a huge possession for SMU. If they can get a kill on this what's left in this penalty and then a goal, could find themselves up 3. You know, obviously it's a big stop for OU if they're able to get one. Coming out of this timeout, Anthony, do you double if you're SMU man up right here, or you just leave a guy as a free slide?
I'm a big fan of the free slide. I want to first dictate exactly where they're going to carry the ball to. The size, speed, and athleticism of the SMU ball carriers, to me, is scary. And I think that they probably have the ability to break an initial double team.
Yeah, Rolf doesn't look like the type of guy that's going to get doubled, you know? I've seen him dust some people on impact, run right by him. Skilled player, so I'm with you here. But nonetheless, OU goes the other route. They're going to look to double, see if they can get this ball back. Going righty-lefty pull on ball, which I like.
2 bounce steps and then carry. High stepping.
Got a little brush there. The fans don't agree, but they rarely do. Was there a fan tossed from this venue yesterday?
3 times he was tossed.
3. Oh my goodness.
It's number 15, Nicholas Schultz. Schultz is a senior for the Mustangs. He scored roughly 1 million points in his career here at SMU. They did a good job of drawing the slide, and he faded to the backside, and he was wide open.
Yeah, hit him with a little rocker, got his hands free, and then snapped that thing out near pipe. It's a hard shot for the goalie to see. Shooting around his defender a little bit there. And his release point's kind of behind his hip, so not a lot of time to react.
That's a 3-goal run now by SMU. OU expended a lot of energy to tie that up at 4. Weren't able to convert on several possessions. Nice little goose there. Splits the double. Expelliarmus, but that's going to cost you. SMU starting to get a little momentum right now.
Yeah, field's kind of tilted back in their favor. They've had much of the possession here in the later stages of the second quarter. Been able to go on a little run here after stopping OU's. That squandered man-up opportunity for OU was that was a big play. It was a potential 2-goal swing, but SMU definitely came out of it 1 goal better.
Here's Rolf again. He's going to dodge a slide. A little BTB. Try to walk the dog. Johnston, laser. Great job there.
Unbelievable ground ball.
John Merrifield. Great play there. No shortage of athleticism running around on the field for the Ponies. Oh. Inches wide.
Yeah, he just kind of slung that. The lefty. I don't know if he's lefty or not. Thomas Garrett out of the Memphis University School. Great program in Memphis, Tennessee.
They're getting a lot of opportunities at this point.
Looked like Attendee may have gotten a small piece and then off the crossbar there. SMU wins the chase. Extend the possession again.
SMU wearing the Sooners down right now with all of the opportunities.
They apply a ton of pressure, take lots of shots, share the ball pretty well.
Rolf looks inside. Big GB. Nicely done there by OU, getting 2 to the ball. And now they got to clear it. Defenseman, tightrope on the sideline. Second chance opportunity. Gillespie's in. Nice shot.
Save.
Nice save. We thought that maybe they were going the...
Ball goes down, trips over his own stick.
Push. And they're going to keep it with. I thought there was a push on both of them, but OU excited to get the ball back again. They move it all the way down the field. Hammond, there's 50 seconds left here in the first half. 7-4, SMU's up. Here's O'Connor. Moves it up top to Frankowitz. OU hasn't seen the ball since they were tied 4-4.
Briefly on that man-up opportunity, but handed it right back to SMU, and it cost them big.
Here's Frankowitz. He bears down. They draw the slide. It's a short stick. He bears down back to the middle. Looks up. Turnover. Hammond, second chance opportunity. Ball still on the ground. They're going to call interference here on SMU.
Loose push results the same. SMU retains possession. 10 seconds left now.
Arnold and Hammond are really going to have to get it going if the Sooners are going to make it happen.
Oh my goodness.
BTB assist to Bray O'Connor for the finish. With 2 seconds left here in the first half, it's going to make it 7-5. I'm not sure if that was part of the plan or if that was let's just get it to the middle, but it looked very nice regardless.
Yeah, I mean, right there, he's not able to get a shot off. Might as well chunk it to the crease. Only way to get it there with a guy all over your hands. Behind the back, that's where the passing angle was at. And teammate found it, buried it. 7-5, that's a big goal for the Sooners here heading into halftime.
7-5 keeps it within a reasonable distance. SMU had been applying a lot of pressure. OU able to get an important goal there, and that is how the first half will end. 7-5, SMU up. Anthony Crimmins at StickStarLax, Kyle Saunders at StickStarATX, bringing you LSA D1 championship action. We're going to let the mic breathe a little bit, and we'll be back to you just before the beginning of the second half. I think they'll take a run at it this year and next year. And then they'll be solid when they're freshmen or seniors. I just don't know if they'll be able to sustain the same way as certain teams. The Jesuits and the ESPs of the world, they just get so many obviously they have the depth program-wise, but the other guys, who are able to, it's like essentially a select team, right? They just pick up guy after guy, so. But I'd say you must get them good money. That's what I heard. Yeah. The score, you heard it, the same way it's tied it up that second. So they each we got the ball, and it's already 15 seconds. They were called timeout, doubles the ball, and it's over. Got that no timeout, so they had a clock running, so Jeremiah's a good ball behind him. That's a lot of
First title for the Rattlers from the Flower City.
Be a witness to lacrosse history. For tickets and information, log on to MajorLeagueLacrosse.com.
Here we go.
There's so many people who have done so many great things selflessly for our country.
When we see these men and women coming back with no arms, legs, or they have psychological issues, we have to stand behind them. Shootout for Soldiers is something that we're very proud to be associated with.
You'll have 10 to 15,000 fans circulate through over the 24 hours.
Lacrosse is exploding nationwide.
It gets better and better every year, so the more people that come out, the better it's going to be.
This event is about using lacrosse as a platform to connect people and connect veterans in the community.
These men and women have served our country proudly for many years, and we try to do what we can to give back to them.
An event like this creates very, very strong awareness, very tangible interaction with veterans.
This is a good way for the girls to learn about why they have the freedoms that they have and to give back to the people that give so much to them.
I don't think most of us really understand the mental trauma and physical trauma that a lot of our veterans go through, and I think it's very important that we recognize them and support them 100%.
Shootout for Soldiers, since it started in 2012, has raised over $350,000 exclusively for Wounded Warrior Project. That is a massive impact, so we couldn't be happier to be a part of this event.
94 cents of every dollar we received from this event went straight to service members.
Just finished 24 hours. I think I checked and we raised $65,490.
We both played in the first game to kick off the 24-hour game. We got to stand together at the opening ceremony.
I've just been blessed. At my age of 57, I can still get up and run them down this field with some of the young guys.
The level of play is it's extremely competitive. It's clean, it's hard fought, but it's competitive.
Stay tight, and go, go, go!
We're out there having fun. Everybody's laughing when we're hitting. Good time.
It was certainly an honor just to be on the field with those guys.
It's really a way to spend time with my dad and to give back to the country and all the troops who have served and even the ones who have fallen for us.
The military is very strong in our family, and it's something that I hope my family will keep doing.
My daughter is a pilot in the Air Force, and we just want to support the military and all they do. We know the things that they give up.
I think it's a great cause just to give back to everyone who gave to us.
Why wouldn't you want to volunteer your time to the people that fight for our freedom in this country to enable us to play this great game?
Veterans need support, encouragement, positive opportunities for them to get together and engage with the community. Events like this give us something to live for, give us something to hope for, give us something on our calendar every year for us to look forward to doing. We really appreciate the opportunity to get out here and to be a part of this.
I can feel it right here. It's going to happen.
That's what it's all about right there.
Thank you, veterans!
Support those that have supported you.
It only takes 24 hours to make a difference.
Pick up a stick, come play.
Open up your heart. Do some good. Be selfless. In this really selfish world, find a way to do some good. And in some small way, say thank you.
Shoot out for soldiers. Soldiers need you. The shootout needs you. Go do it.
Hoorah! 24 hours.
One game, one goal. Support our troops.
Snyder free. Craigs scores! The Outlaws are 2014 Major League Lacrosse champions. Rabel shoots, scores! For the first time in a dozen years, the Steinfeld Cup is going back to Hempstead. And that's it! For the second time in 3 years, Denver does it!
Be a witness to lacrosse history. For tickets and information, log on to MajorLeagueLacrosse.com.
The Baltimore Bayhawks are the 2002 Major League Lacrosse.
Anthony Crimmins here. Stickstar Lacrosse, Stickstar Productions. Second half of the LSA D1 Championships. Currently have a 2-goal lead for the home team in the away jerseys because they're hosts, but they're the lower seed. SMU up 7-5 on Oklahoma. What do we see there in the first half?
It was definitely a game of runs. We say that a lot out here, but both teams going on there, sustaining them for a little while, and then fighting back. You know, OU, they kind of got the field tilted on them a little bit in SMU's favor there in the second part of the second quarter. But they were able to get that nifty little behind-the-back assisting goal to end. See if they can get some momentum going in here.
That's a tough spot on the field to get to. The adjacent man really needed to cut through. Unable to do so. No support, and it's a turnover.
I would say at this point, all possessions matter. You're going to want to make sure you're taking care of the ball. It's going to be a trip call on the Sooners. Tough way to start the third.
That is a tough way to start for OU. OU won the face-off, able to maintain the ground ball, but then carry into a double, which ends in a turnover and then a penalty going the other way.
Sports.
Oh my, kind of put him in the mixer there at X. Nick Schultz gets lined up on a short stick. OU doesn't slide to him. Bold strategy, turns the corner, snaps one off around his defender, turning the corner.
That ties SMU's largest lead of the day. It's now 8-5 for the Ponies, the defending LSA champs, looking to punch their tickets to the MCLA championships for their second year in a row. Big ground ball battle here. Penalty flag was waved off. SMU wins the GB.
Tell you what, all the GBs today have been highly contested by both squads. There are bodies hitting the floor all over the place. As I mentioned before, conference championship game, no new friends to be made.
That was a bad off-ball interference there by OU. They had picked the pass off, and now they are going to maintain possession, 8-5. Ponies have the ball. Thomas Garrett. He drew the slide, looked to get under, drew the slide. They didn't stay in trail position, recovered early. So when they recovered early, they gave top side back up, and he went low to high with a quality finish.
Being told here by the hype man, Patrick Franklin, may or may not be pronounced Garreau. I would say that was pretty gross.
Gross is right. That was a great finish.
Yeah. And, again, SMU responds. Oh, you got that last bucket of the first half. They've come out, got two quick ones here. Refs figuring it out, communicate. Eventually the ball goes to OU. I think that's the right call there.
I would agree.
Oh, looked like they got a numbers advantage out of the box here. The sub game. Bang it one more. Need it.
They do need it. They need to find a way to get a bucket here. Get a goal. Get a goal here. As the momentum has shifted, Arnold and Hammond have been held in check thus far. OU had a nice finish at the end of the half, behind the back assist. But since then, in this third quarter, not much going on. Hard ball side cut, and they roll them off. Hitzelberger with the ball now. Ball side pick. They go from Frankowitz. Frankowitz lets it go. Unable to connect.
Frankowitz laid into that one. Just missed it. He was moving pretty fast, though.
Nice ball side pick up top. Little pull pass. And a quick release by Frankowitz. That's Sanchez. Moves the ball to Hitzelberger. They fade off the crease. He bears down on the shorty. Need to try to get some advantage there when dodging against the short sticks. Here's Arnold with the ball. Moves it up top to Sanchez. Splits hard. Looks to get under. Does. Head up to Hammond. Not sure if Hammond had that in his right or left hand. They just weren't able to corral that. Big GB battle. There's penalty. Flag down.
OU's going uppers here. This would be a massive one for them. They can get this, get back within 3. If we stop this run, SMU's on. And just start chipping away. All the time in the world left in this game. Sooners certainly have enough time to get it tight and come back and win this, but I would say this is a big possession here.
Huge.
In the third.
Huge. Gonna have to finish. Gonna have to find ways to score against SMU. Their defense, without their goalie from a year ago, Connolly, has proven to be very successful. Move it through X. Look back to Frankowitz. Throw it behind to Hammond. Back up top to Christensen. Move it over the top here to Frankowitz. Through X. Back over the top. Deflection again. They're just not able to penetrate right now.
Yeah, and Hammond does a great job on the man-up unit here, distributing from X. This kid sees the field. He's able to put some touch on his through passes. Find shooters over the top.
Frankowitz to O'Connor, to Hammond behind. Tough to handle. Wow, they kept it over. The SMU parents weren't too excited about that, but I would say that that was a pretty good call. They did a good job keeping that thing just barely on this side.
Yeah, make it close and make the ref decide. And in that situation, he took their side on it.
Buell brings the ball behind. Short stick, invert. I think they need to do more of this.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. The SMU shorties, they've already proven that they can match feet, get their hands on you, push you off your dodges up top. That's the first time we've seen the invert from OU right there. Jackson Buell, he dusts his man, beats him top side, forces a slide, and then they've got a cut right behind it. Great finish there.
Bray O'Connor, the Avon Old Farms alum, able to get his hands free, finishes. I believe that's definitely his second, maybe his third of the day. Great atmosphere here at Crum Field on the campus of SMU. Beautiful day. We had some severe thunderstorms last night, but it's kind of cleared through. It's brisk, baby. 9-6.
Gorgeous spring day here in Dallas. Can't overemphasize this. This is perfect lacrosse weather.
Perfect weather for a second season championship. Here's Christensen with the ball. He's looking to isolate up top. If it were me, I would look to initiate from behind.
Tough call picked up there. The Ponies, that's going to be a push with possession. Smooth's going to go to the box here for a minute, and OU will have another man-up opportunity here.
Chase Christensen able to draw the penalty. The Sooners had plenty of shots on the last man up. Weren't able to find it. They're going to get another look at it again.
Yeah, in a game like this, you're really going to want your playmakers to start making those plays. It's the biggest game of the year. Got a trip to nationals on the line.
Arnold lets one go, but the goaltender for SMU, Michael David,
looks for Caleb Brooks on the outlet there at the midfield. He's unable to handle that ball, rolls out of bounds, back to OU.
There's another save. Here's the flash. Transition. Look in. Big save.
Huge save. Huge save. Nice handle there to even keep that offensive possession alive, get the rebound, and SMU is going to settle in here, which I would say is probably a good call. Last couple minutes, OU's had possession, couple penalties on the Mustangs. Looks inside.
Oh my goodness.
They hit the goalie's shoulder and then just kind of ricocheted ever so slightly into the top corner and then back out of the cage. Tough break for the goalie when it hits you and it still goes in.
Insult to injury. 10-6. SMU up. Continuing to build upon their lead. When OU scores, they work really hard for it. When SMU scores, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, SMU, they really let the ball do most of the work. They're afforded that luxury due to their athletic advantage. They get defenses moving towards them, and then the ball doesn't sweat, and they don't let it.
Here's another opportunity in transition. Ogden brings it in. They still keep their head up.
Great handle there on a tough pass. SMU. This is where, if they can start to get out in transition, they can kind of really extend this lead, and they're going to do that if they can. I've seen it. I've dealt with it from the sideline, and it's extremely frustrating at this point in the game. Bears down, swims the slide, bucket.
Whoa.
Cam Dunn, he's huge. He gets vertical, bears down the pipe. Slide comes, sees it, jump cut swim move, and then just snaps that thing out from his ear to the bottom left corner there.
You really can't teach that. That's kind of very athletic. The athletes hanging out on the sideline here at SMU are top notch. And they're making it tough right now for the Sooners. It's 11-6. 7 minutes left. Big GB there by OU. Behind the back. It worked out. Up and over.
Got him. They're out.
Look up to Hitzelberger. There's a 2-on-1 to Hammond. Hammond needs to get this one. At the end of the day, it looks like it's going to turn into a turnover.
Yeah, ball just kind of leaked out on him. Flash does a good job of getting there, chasing the shot. And ball goes SMU.
Ball trickles up, and right now, all of the bounces are going SMU's way. Here's Schultz with the ball. Dynamic ball carrier. They move it over to Rolfe. Rolfe dodges hard. Keeps his head up. Moves it behind. Spencer Stanton off the helmet of Johnston.
Johnston stays big on his pipe there with low angle. Able to make the save.
They move it through to Rolfe. This is a great opportunity to dodge. He's going to pull it out and beat his man on impact up top, maybe. Bears down the sideline. Slide comes, moves it inside.
Schultz throws his hands, moves the goalie. Nice little finish, snaps it out. 12-6 here in the third. SMU extending to double up here on OU. At this point, I may consider a timeout. Sometimes you want to let your guys play through it, but I think I would probably consider one. Not sure if I would pull it or not.
And they do. I'm pretty sure Rolfe is either a cheat code or he's on star power right now, because he draws the slide and it doesn't even matter. People are just ricocheting off of him, and his head is up and he is finding people to distribute the ball to.
Yeah, SMU, they played Texas yesterday in the semifinal game here. A game that many had Texas favored in for good reason. Texas had an amazing season. Hats off to Coach Seth Bachmeyer with what he's doing with the program down there in Austin. But SMU handled up on them. What was it, 13-6? And from what I understand, Austin Rolfe was not on the field yesterday, and he gets a lot of minutes there offensively for the Mustangs. So that makes that win even more impressive to me.
He's a heavy lifter. He gets it done, and he's been quite impressive. Rolfe hails from Nashville, Tennessee, the Montgomery Bell Academy, MBA. He's making it tough right now on the Sooners.
He's just out in Nashville on spring break with the high school team this season. And I will tell you, there's no shortage of big kids like him in Tennessee. They've got some big athletes out there starting to play the game at a very high level. And Austin Rolfe is definitely doing that today.
Rolfe is the kind of athlete that you would see on any roster playing next level lacrosse. Needed that.
There's an opportunity for OU to get a possession if they can clear the ball the first time here. They've had some issue with that here in the third, and really throughout the game.
Here's Creedon. The Mustangs are applying all kinds of pressure all over the field.
They just park that big long stick midi right there at the midline, say, hey, carry it over, and I'm going to jump you and see if we can create one here. Cam Doan on ball here on Frankowitz.
Frankowitz with a nice little shimmy there. Hammond and Arnold have been held in check thus far. Hitzelberger jump cut. He's a teammate, ex-teammate of Cole Ogden.
Not sure what that call is going to be. Could be a slash is the only thing I could think of. Frankowitz down the alley, smokes it offside low.
Quality shot there by Frank. Makes it 12-7, 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Still plenty of time. Again, though, the ease with which SMU is able to score is troubling. OU really having to work hard for all of their shots and opportunities.
Yeah, I'd like to see OU mix it up a little bit. You know, maybe start to initiate from behind again, like we saw. That's probably been the easiest goal that we've seen them score on the afternoon. Not sure if that was by design or if Jackson Buell just said, all right, I'm going to go beat this kid.
What it does to the big defensemen, or even the short 60 middies, not really the defensemen at all, the short 60 middies, is it forces them to move laterally a little bit more. Oh, you just got to go pick that ball up. There it is. SMU parents asking for a lot of calls right now when they're in a pretty good spot. I would try to be a little nicer to the refs because,
well, you can't play the game without them.
Yeah, you can't do that, but at this point, you might want that call later. I don't think that the barrage of insults route is really going to get you anything there, but you'll have that. It looks like they're uppers here. They need more movement. This drawing and dumping is going to make it tough because SMU has such range. They look inside, unable to catch it.
Yeah, SMU's got a ton of range with their man down unit. They just kind of hang out in that.
Arnold to Hammond. Hammond, intercepted. Great play there.
You know, they're in that 5-man pentagon, just using their size and length, and really can't make them rotate doing just by the draw and dump that we're seeing so far. Here they are in transition. Nice check there to save a goal.
And here's they just get so many of these. Oh my.
Yeah, a lot of it, you know, you look at it and you say, well, the ball's bouncing their way. It certainly is. From experience, I've been in a game like this where it seems like that's the case, and it's partially true, and ball tends to bounce towards athletes. It's weird how that works. It's almost magnetic. Like they're maybe just a little bit quicker to recognize where it's headed, a couple steps faster to get there, and they're able to retain a lot of those.
Can't really teach that. Here's Frankowitz bearing down. Looks to get under. He's asking for the call. We've got an all-star parent here calling for all the wards.
We need all the wards.
I'm pretty sure SMU got their fair share of awards this year.
Sure, and last year they've really put some quality teams together. Coach Lynch has done a great job recruiting, getting athletes and lacrosse players to the field. No shortage of former high school lacrosse players on campus here at SMU. Quite honestly, they've probably got a team of all-state kids from Texas that aren't playing right now, focusing on their academics and otherwise. SMU going to a little invert here. just trying to run some clock.
59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Taking care of the ball behind the cage.
OU getting a long stick out to Rolfe. Probably a good call. Not sure it's really going to matter, but
he makes it very difficult.
It's easy for him to run.
Does he play Division I football?
You know, I think that he may. I believe that's who Coach Lynch was telling us, that he had played on the football team. Not sure if that was this season. Suppose it would have to be.
5 seconds left.
SMU sends it. Nice little piece there. And just like that, the third quarter has ended here at Crum Lacrosse Field on the campus at SMU in Dallas, Texas. SMU Mustangs up 12-7 on the OU Sooners. What'd you see there in the third quarter, Crum? What are you thinking as we head into the fourth and final frame here of the LSA Championship?
I think SMU is strong, explosive, dynamic, capable of scoring almost at will with their athleticism. They throw the skip pass very well. They find the passing lanes, and they finish the ball. I think for OU to get back in this, obviously they're going to have to convert all of their opportunities. I would go with the invert route myself. I may have gone with that approach earlier on, because right now breaking down anything on the perimeter is very difficult, especially the long sticks. I think you need to put Eddie Arnold, his man, in position to slide, so that when you draw the slide, now you can move the pass 2 passes away and maybe he'll be guarded by a shorty. But other than that, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to get back in this.
Yeah, I have to agree. This is where, you know, OU coming off of a late night. Last night they had the late game with the long delay. That game didn't get over until close to 11 o'clock. Still plenty of time to get some sleep. But this is where the athleticism could really and truly break the Sooners. SMU is able to get out early and run. I don't see them taking their foot off the gas. I just don't know that that's in their DNA and how they like to play the game. So I would look for them to continue to push transition and see if they can break the spirit of the Sooners here. Opening face here in the fourth. SMU comes up with it.
Another big ground ball. Another big possession.
Early in the game, seemed like OU was coming up with most of those at the X. That's kind of shifted here the other direction. I want to give a shout out to our boy Jack Freeman up at the University of Arkansas, watching while he is studying for his finals. Not sure how that works, but knowing Jack, he's able to do it.
Student athlete Jack Freeman.
Still a champ. He was part of the Dallas Jesuit Rangers team last year, and just like that, Austin Rolfe smokes one from about, I'm not sure, McKinney Avenue on the run. Beats the Tendy off pipe there. Nice alley dodge, and the old shoot it as hard as you can to the back pipe thing.
I'm not sure if Rolfe understands that in the Muppets, there was also a Rolfe. We're going to tweet that picture out of what Rolfe looked like. He was very good at the piano. This Rolfe, conversely, is very good at lacrosse. And he's been the bus driver today. I would say he's got to be the player of the game so far.
The hype man, Patrick Franklin, coming in on Twitter at both StickStarLax and StickStarATX.
asking, after not playing against UT last night, how big of an impact does SMU's number 50, Austin Rolfe, had on today's game versus OU? I would say huge. Huge impact. All of the impact. As the game stands right now, I would 100% hand that kid the MVP trophy or award for this Lone Star Alliance championship. Thanks for interacting there, hype man. OU swings the ball over the top. Just set up a dodge again down this alley. Again, this is going to be a tough way to generate goals for them. SMU is coming early to those dodges. They cover up everything inside, pressing the adjacent passes, so you really don't have anywhere to go with the ball. Probably want to change up your approach offensively. SMU Tindy makes a great play outside of the cage. Truck sticks an attackman, decides to give him the old look back real quick just to let him know that he beat him. SMU settles in another possession.
It's been all SMU in the second half.
Here's Rolfe out of the box on a short stick. That's where I would go with it. Why not? The kid's got the hot hand. Might as well let it stay hot. Here's Schultz with the ball. Carrying hard, leans in, rolls, great check. Does a good job protecting his stick. Not real sure how that defenseman got his stick on that, but dislodges the ball. OU looks to clear it.
Christensen with a rope.
This kid's outletting ability is pretty impressive. We've said it numerous times, but every time he does it, man, I wish I had could have a goalie on every one of my teams that had the ability to just find guys in the open field and put it on their stick the way that he does. OU looks to invert. They bring the pole to flush it. It's a good defensive play as OU is subbing to get guys on the field. This is Hammond, the shorty. Look to flush this again. And they do successfully get switched up.
OU's got to get something here.
Ooh,
draw the slide, move it through X.
Picks up a penalty late. Little extracurricular away from the play. Through look gobbled up by the Tindy. OU with another man up opportunity here.
They haven't been able to convert thus far on their man up opportunities. They've gone with the 3-3 look. Usually it's ended with a pass inside, and they haven't really completed it.
Franklin coming with another great question here on Twitter. Somewhat controversial, but that's how he likes to live. Any way you leave Schultz off of your first team all-conference list if you're voting? LSA coaches did this year. You know, honestly, I was talking off air earlier. This is the first time in probably 3 years I haven't been able to follow this league as closely as I would have in the past. So I'm not real sure, but I do know that he's a baller and he's playing big in this game, and maybe that's part of the reason why. Years past, he's given me tons of headaches when I was at Texas State, and he's definitely a focal point for any defense that he's playing against. Here's OU. Hammond looks over the top. Frankowitz, good high bouncer. Tindy's up to the challenge. Nice save.
Big save there by SMU.
Failed to clear it the first time. Here's an opportunity. Hammond.
Finish.
That's Buell. Petty, loose ball, head up. Hammond gets to a good spot. Finds him, buries it. 13-8. Mustangs lead the Sooners here in the Lone Star Alliance Conference Championship game from Lacrosse Field at SMU. We've got 10:20 left in the fourth quarter. OU working really hard for all of their opportunities. Go back to the face-off X here. This is a massive one. See if they can come up with it.
Big face-off here. SMU able to come up with the GB.
Great check there to keep the ball on the ground for the long stick midi Riley Hudak.
Here's big Peter Cordial. Dynamic athlete, carries the ball behind.
Max bench press 150.
Carries to the middle, throws his hands, moves it across. Get back to the middle. SMU going to take care of the ball. They are going to try and cradle the win, baby. Oklahoma going with the shutoff on Rolfe. Pretty good idea.
Yeah, I would say that's a good plan. Gonna want to handle that.
Whoop.
Go with the ice pick. Missed him. Fails on his dodge. Probably could have gotten under, but I like it. This possession is important.
All of them are going to be important for the Sooners right now. Down by 5 with 9 minutes left to play. Here's Buell over the top. They go with the alley dodge. If you dodge from behind and you beat your man topside, you gain angle the whole time. And you apply pressure to the sliding angle. But if you dodge down the alley, then you lose angle the whole time, especially if they are shutting off the adjacent pass. Makes it very, very difficult.
It's Michael Davide with a great play. Davide?
It's a tough name.
Sorry, buddy. But great play nonetheless. Come down, roll out. Asks for the call, gets it. And there's a flag down here. SMU will look to burn as much of the clock as possible. If it's me, I'm probably telling my guys, go ahead, play with the timer on. Regardless, we're going to get the ball back in a man-up situation. Should be able to run a good 2 to 3 minutes off the clock here. Haven't seen a ton of timers in Texas lacrosse all season.
See ya.
Again, the SMU student section, they've shown up today. Again, SMU just burning clock here. Smart play.
A wise move with a 2:30 start time, which allowed the SMU student section to get out of bed and walk right over. SMU gets to the middle, unable to finish. 7:19 left here in the fourth quarter. SMU up 13-8, looking to repeat as the LSA champs. If you're following along, what's in your heart, what's on your mind, tweet at us at stickstarlax, at stickstarATX. This is the 6th game of Stickstar Productions coverage this weekend. And the Stickstar Productions are just getting warmed up because second season is just getting ready to rock. LSA finals this weekend. Super regionals for the THSLL next weekend. And then the weekend after, we have the state championships. All of these games will be brought to you by Stickstar Productions. Check us out on YouTube, our YouTube page. That's where the streaming comes from. And we look forward to bringing you all of this action. Oh, big save.
Yeah, massive thanks to the Texas High School Lacrosse League partnering up with us to bring you guys this action all over the globe. Had fans as far as Tokyo, Japan tune in this year.
Bet I can throw this ball over those mountains. Nope. It settles in just shy of 75. Ball on the ground. That's the first mistake Rolfe has made all day.
Doesn't make a lot of them. Again, not sure if he is on the football team here.
He played on the football team and then decided that take his talents to the cross. He was going to take his talents elsewhere.
Got it. Got it. In our
in our headset here, we're being told that he was on the football team and then decided lacrosse was the way he wanted to go. It's working out for him here today. SMU with the stop. Come down. Long stick draw. Dump. Uh-oh. Garrett Cantrell.
Cantrell, I'm going to get a bucket right there.
Yeah, makes the goalie dance. Nice patient finish. That kid is as good as it gets, and one-on-one opportunities on the doorstep.
A lefty from TMI, that's San Antonio. It's actually an Episcopal school. They've got a magnificent, sprawling campus there out in San Antone. Right now, it's 14-8, all ponies.
Got the at MCLA chiming in here. Thanks for streaming the LSA tournament. Great work and much appreciated. Thank you guys for being a league and providing this level of competition for student athletes across the country. I'm a big fan of the MCLA. Played in it, coached in it, and big believer in what you guys are doing. So thanks for listening.
I must say, as a former D1 lacrosse player, that this action is tremendous. The level of athleticism, the level of skill, the level of coaching, the atmosphere, it is all top notch. I really enjoy this league. I think that it's just heating up. It'll be interesting to see if any of these teams continue to move up the ranks. There's talk of Utah possibly doing it. Regardless, this is a elite level of lacrosse being played. There are no gimmies, and for Texans at the next level, this is a great potential fit for many of you. We've seen a lot of players out here play at the highest level of Texas lacrosse, and it's just pretty excellent.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm a big believer in the league. There's kids all over this field that had Division I opportunities, Division II, Division III, and ultimately decided the better academic fit were schools like this, and decided that's not what they were trying to do. SMU picks up a penalty here on a push with possession. OU again going uppers. Down 6, 4 minutes and 5 seconds. They're going to need to get one here if they have any shot to take home the Lone Star Alliance trophy this year and prevent SMU from repeating and staying champs.
It's getting tougher and tougher as each minute continues to move on by. Right now, OU, I mean, they've had a ton of man-up opportunities. They're just content with sitting in this 3-3.
15 yards lines.
Yeah, they don't provide a ton of movement here. Don't force the defense to rotate really at all. They've got some cutting action, but again, the defensemen for SMU are so big, so long, so rangy that they really don't have to move much, and you're going to have to force them to. Flash soaks one.
There's no skip looks because their sticks are everywhere. Here's Alsadek. Get under, move it through X, twister. Needed to put that in his left hand.
Probably could have just swatted that in with one quick little quick stick. Goalie was trying to get across his pipe, was not even close to there. That's one you want to get.
14-8, 3:15 left. Again, not sure what the penalty is there.
SMU going to the box again. Seems like there's been a lot of those. And I think if OU's unable to come out on top here, as a coach, you go back and you look at this, you dwell on this. It is not fun to lose in championship games. And you kind of look back and say, man, we went 0 for on man up. And that ultimately probably cost us. Those are ones you're going to want to score on.
You only get so many opportunities. You're going to have to convert on those.
3-3 look again here from the Sooners.
Here's a little movement. They seal. It was a nice seal. Just pretty elementary save there. But it was a different look.
Yep. Stick side high from about 15. It's tough. Goalie's going to stand up and make that most of the time.
Goalie said, I have no desire to take any whacks.
That's a great play. Great play to get that back into your box. Loose push called on OU. Guy jumped in the air to go and get that ball. I think I probably would have done the same thing and try and put him down. But results the same. Good push to take. OU is settling in here, trying to pressure, bring the goalie out as they carry through X. Now he's back in. Got a double team on ball here. Tell you, when you double in this situation, you can't go and double. 1, until the ball's behind, and 2, until all the other guys on the field are locked off. Because if you go out to double and the other guys are open, it's easy to break that.
Right now, I'm just running away, and if I am SMU, I'm just going to kind of throw the ball away and say, we're winning. I don't need to really do a whole lot here with this. Obvious aggression by OU. They're losing, so that happens. But no unnecessary injuries need to take place. It's just kind of right now all pretty elementary.
Yeah, purely academic. They really need to just kind of, finish the game playing as hard as they can. Emotions are obviously high in championship games. No one likes to end their season on a loss. Ultimately, once you're in the second season, though, only one team gets to say that they didn't do that. And today, looks like it's going to be the SMU Mustangs to repeat as back-to-back 2016 and 2017 Lone Star Alliance champions.
It's hard to win championships, especially at this high a level. Coach Lynch doing a great job with this program. Coaching at the club level has its share of advantages and conflicts that you have to work through, especially here at SMU, a rigorous academic institution.
No shortage of social life going on that you've got to balance along with lacrosse and academics, and it's tough. These kids are able to do it. They get serious dudes to the field. Going to start the ball here with and Rolf's stick, which again, that's where I would go. He's going to run right by this double. Nope.
He's going to split it. He's going with the swim move. Nope. It's turned into a form tackling drill out there. Oh, goalie
got trucked. Then takes a push from behind. Don't like to see this. Don't like to see this at all. Players stay on the benches. Players doing their best to get guys off of guys. Got 1:40 left in the game. Want to shout out to Anthony's wife, Jen Crimmins, and their little puppy, Tex. Tex just showed up. He's a good-looking dog. As they try and get this thing sorted out on the field here. 1:40 left, 6-goal game.
We're going to let Kyle just take Tex for a little stroll down the sideline here for a second. See what happens.
I'm a big fan of Texas.
He's got his lacrosse polo on.
Naturally.
Of course he does.
Naturally.
Why wouldn't he? Well, I would say that the refs probably needed to kind of tighten it up right there at that timeout. They had an opportunity to kind of discuss things and say, listen, it's getting heated. Cut it out. This is the pinnacle game. And, I mean, there's definitely some eyeballs on this game right now. We want this to stay. We want to keep it in the fairway, right?
That's where we try to stay. Me, typically when I play golf, not in the fairway very often. Or consistently. I'd say consistently is the issue there, but again, sports.
I would say that the goalie coming out and getting a truck stick didn't really do him any favors, because then the rest of the team had to come out and take care of their tendy.
Yeah, then he took a frustrated push from behind. That's when things really got heated on the SMU side of things. And the last thing you want to see here if you're a SMU is to have a guy tossed for fighting, because that would then deem him ineligible to accompany the squad out to the national tournament. No fun when that happens. Not sure what we finally decided on here. Looks like SMU is man up. Gonna have 6-on-5 lacrosse. Out of all of that, we had just one guy go to the box.
I'm excited to see Coach Lynch is trying to figure it out.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Lynch at this point, I think it's pretty much figured out. You are repeating as the Lone Star Alliance champions, which is a tremendous accomplishment. There's only a couple other coaches in the league that have done that. I believe Coach Cizero at A&M. Andy Garrigan was able to get a couple down at Texas. Noah Fink at Texas as well. And to my knowledge, that's the extent of the teams that have repeated in this league, at least in, modern history.
1:13 left here in the fourth quarter, LSA Championships. Stickstar Productions, we're just heating up. We're going to have a lot of action these next couple of weeks. Next week is the Super Regionals. We may have a play-in game for you. We'll see next week. Super Regionals, next weekend, State Championships weekend after that, the Texas All-Star Roundup, the state's Texas All-Star Lacrosse game for high schoolers the weekend after that.
I understand those rosters are really shaping up.
Last year's numbers were pretty much unbelievable in terms of commitment and quality.
Shot clock violation there. SMU doesn't really matter. 30 seconds left in this game. OU looking to run it out.
Coach Lynch, phenomenal job here at SMU the last 2 years. Can't say enough. Here's Hitzelberger, able to finish one, makes it 14-9. But that's going to be a 5-goal victory if my mathematics are dialed in. Nice, one more little Boomer Sooner chant.
Yeah.
Are they going to storm the field here at SMU?
I'm going to anticipate that they are. I don't see security on staff. Looks like they're going to let them go. Doesn't look like they're going to prevent them from doing so like you see at so many of these high school stadiums and college stadiums around the country. I just want to tip my hat to the Oklahoma Sooners. They had a program season. This is the best they've ever looked. This is the furthest that they've ever advanced. This is encouraging for the Lone Star Alliance to see Oklahoma and TCU both making their first appearances as program in the Final Four weekend. That's good. That shows parity throughout the league, that other programs are getting better, and you're going to have stiff competition moving forward. You know what? Go ahead.
Sorry. I just wanted to give a shout out to our productions crew and our whole staff here at Stickstar Productions. We've got my main man, Robert. He was on the video camera all weekend, all 6 games. Yesterday, insanely long day. We got Reggie on the 1s and 2s back there, mixing it up. It doesn't just happen. He's the architect, right? Then you had Kyle Saunders at Stickstar ATX. The hype man, Patrick Franklin, at I'm the best at Twitter ever. Patrick Franklin, I don't know. I think it's P Franklin 24 or something like that. We got to get him a more appropriately hype. And then we have Lone Star Power Ranks. Cliff White, he was here. He did a great job. Really an expert, subject matter expert when it comes to the Lone Star Alliance. And then we have, obviously, this league, LSA. They brought us in here for the 2nd year. We really appreciate it. It's a absolute delight, obviously, at MCLA for being a league. And then appreciate my wife allowing me to do this.
And
on
all
a
you
weekend.
guys out there listening and watching, thank you guys for tuning in, supporting these student athletes. Again, SMU wins the Lone Star Alliance Championship here in 2017, 14-9. We've got the handshake line coming up here, and then looks like we've got Commissioner Jason Zancher out there with the Lone Star Alliance trophy.
Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for this event at LaxCon. I don't know if it's at LaxCon, but LaxCon, the MLL. They're going to have several events out here at the Star. One of our sponsors, Bridge Lacrosse. And please, Stickstar Productions is just getting heated up. 2nd season on deck for high school lacrosse. Stay dialed in. We'll bring you more action all weekend, or the next 3 weekends, for Anthony Crimmins for Stickstar Productions. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
Where'd the dog come from? Hi, how are you?
I don't know how to. SMU won the trophy. Well, there goes the referee tank.